1978 Carcraft Street Machine Nationals. It was in Indianapolis, Indiana. Remember Carcraft magazine? No? They're probably still doing it. I don't know. That's shirt of the week. See if anybody recognizes that 37 years ago. Drove out there. It was a whole week event, 5 days. Probably about 20,000 cars, street cars, radical stuff. You're quiet. Because is this making you speechless, Mike? Do you want to videotape the front? It's a Mystic Swami fortune teller. And I'm not sure about who restored it and did the paintwork. I have to do some work on it, cleanup art. And we're going to consign it. Yeah, that should be replaced in my opinion. I don't really. That's cardboard with magic marker on it with packing tape. That doesn't, if that wasn't there and it was nothing there, this would be better. Because that's not needed. Yeah, that isn't needed there. I don't know, is that true? I guess this was sold by Munvey in the early days, but I don't know about that. I think that's just somebody's interpretation of a statement. I don't know. Anyway, that's the latest addition to here.
25,000, that's cheap!
Is it? Well, these fortune tellers are novel, and if you've got a big pocket to spend on Gameroom Collectibles stuff, where are you going to get it? There's not too many left. I mean, you're going to ask, is that all it does? And that is all it does. It puts a ticket out when you put a coin in and the guy moves. I think he just moves his head up and his eyes maybe move, but that's all he does. I'll have to come back to you on that, but yeah, it takes a nickel. I think it's probably 30s, 20s, 30s, 40s, somewhere old. I don't know. We'll have to look it up. Cabinet paint's been done, restored to a point. The top's been made. It was missing the top, and Mark had it made. It's lit. It has a fluorescent lamp that lights down through here, and it looks kind of neat.
Plug it in.
I don't have the key. I left the key at home. The cord's inside the cabinet. So if you have a 3001, I might have put that lock on it. This should have a round lock. I should change it. Now it's worth 2 nickels, Mike. No, it's not that. Try a 1382. Where do we have a 1382? One of these has to have a 1382. Yes. This is a grumpy lock number.
Grumpy? What's a grumpy?
If you have to ask, then you don't need to know.
I was thinking about calling him the other day. Why was that?
To ask him about...
Yeah, what was it?
I don't remember. Well, the key don't work, but it still came open.
Neat.
Yeah.
Why did I want to call him?
Parts, or you wanted to bug him about something?
Maybe I wanted to tell him that Mario and Shaq suck. But no, I wouldn't call him for that. It's a mystery. Maybe I thought he knew the answer to that Williams drop target slide question that we didn't know the answer to. What's going on in here?
It needs things. I don't know. Mike.
Man, for 25,000, it possibly couldn't need anything. What the hell is in there?
I don't know.
Well, we got to know. It's like a PBR unboxing. It looks like the
Oh, it's fluorescent lamp.
extra tubes. Okay.
And the extra. Here's the cord.
It's a slot machine. Looks like it returned 2 nickels.
And
What are these?
these are the fortune cards. And since it's been transported,
That broke.
now they go into this.
Oh.
That's how you load the cards. What you do is you have to make them go the right way, but I think it's a pattern. You load them in.
We need instructions.
No, you have to put this in there, and then you don't, because of the way it bends, you have to load cards, I think, like this, in this pattern.
Back and forth?
Yes.
Oh, that sounds annoying.
Yeah, and that's how all these old ones were. You put this in, and then you load the cards that way.
Okay.
Because when it bends, it does this. And that's how it bends a card. I'll have to put that on. All right?
Okay, so it's some assembly required.
Yes.
What's up with these cards, man? What do they say? Are they all the same? The answer is yes. They're all the same. Aren't they? They're all number 13.
Yeah, I guess so. God, there's a lot of them. I gotta sort these out.
Beware of Friday the 13th. That is your unlucky day.
Okay.
Whenever it rolls around. Oh, you found a different one?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, well, you know, I was
Whenever
just reading the neat little story here. Blah, blah, blah. Whenever it rolls around, bolt the doors and indoors stay. It's a poem. You are meticulous in your habits, and that has brought happiness to you and those about you. You have a fine mind. And though you haven't had much formal education, because you're sticking a quarter in this machine, you have developed your brain to a great extent.
So,
You are extremely
Wait a minute, you
devoted
lost
to your
me.
family, and would let no stone go unturned if you could help your friends. People appreciate your good nature, and your true friends are legion. You have a legion of true friends. Your generosity has become a byword amongst your friends. Don't ever do it. Drop another coin in the slot, and I will tell you the same thing again. Your lucky numbers. Go play the lottery. Scam.
yeah.
And here's some horoscope shit. You know, people still buy into that crap.
A fine mind, or did you have to find your mind? Which?
That was deep right there. I don't know what that was about.
Yeah, find mine or find your mind. I'm lost about that.
All right. Well, this will look nice, neat in the window for a while. What's he got? Another shirt? If he has to change his shirt, he's got another shirt. Oof.
Really?
Been meaning to ask you. You really have had that shirt since 1973?
78.
How'd you manage to do that? Did you ever wash it
Yeah.
and it didn't just fall apart?
No. It's supposed to be a large, but I don't think it is.
What color was it?
It was light blue like this. Oh my.
What else is in there? Does this thing have a back door?
Yes.
Oh, there's different cards. Things to do today. 1. Leave this in the machine.
Take.
North Star Ice, Minnesota. I guess this thing was in Minnesota at some point. What the fuck is that? It's a trash can. It's a $25,000 trash can, Ray. The fuck is that?
Why would you say parts just because? That looks official.
Oh my. Are you gonna plug this in? I'll grab the fire extinguisher. Yeah, something ain't right there.
It's like somebody got pissed and broke it.
You know what you're seeing here, Ray?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. It looks like that's the old outside of the machine, and that the outside of this machine is not the original outside of this machine. Because there's the coin box, right?
Yeah.
So Yeah? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. I'd have to take the door off. The wood looks this old. It's just they did the textured finish. That's all. I'd like to see a picture of a real one. You know, I don't know if it was done in white, but.
Well, I got to tell you, I got to investigate this only one known thing. I got to get back to that, back to the people.
I don't know who even made this.
I'm going to investigate that right now.
You know, I don't know who made it.
So far, it's worth $1.10, Ray. I see 4 quarters and 2 nickels.
Okay. Yeah, it's not supposed to take quarters. It's a nickel machine. Somebody did that, though.
Maybe they converted it.
I think anything you put through here.
Slug, whatever.
Yeah, falls through and trips the coin switch, whatever you put in it.
Okay. That probably, is that original?
This looks
that
like
the
it.
outside does look like it is.
Yeah, somebody probably cut away the slot so it'll take a larger coin instead of a nickel.
Okay. Ray, we need to cut and regroup. There's shit all over the floor.
Look at that.
Yes. We'll be back to talk about something else later. Suit you all right?
Yeah, it's cool.
Alien Poker is unplugged.
That looks old.
We could tape that up there.
Alien Poker?
It didn't finish its song again. Yes, no more Alien Poker. Back soon. The fuck?
You know they're fighting over his estate, his kids.
Who that?
John Wayne's kids are fighting over his estate.
John Wayne Bobbitt?
What is that? Is that a southern thing to use your all 3 names?
Bobby Joe Jack?
Yeah, is that a southern? What is
You
that?
would know.
I mean, I don't go by Buford Ray, but down south I think they all do that, right? Or is that just a matter of...
I don't know, ask those people. We are not actively trying to offend any rednecks out there.
Oh my gosh. He shouldn't be allowed to make a public service announcement. That was just not politically correct at all. Or this.
Well, listen.
You just said you didn't want to offend rednecks.
Right.
Meaning you think there are people out there who are rednecks.
Well,
they probably don't call themselves that.
If the shoe fits, wear it. If you consider yourself a redneck, and that offended you, I'm sorry.
I don't really think there's people out there who consider themselves
you-
rednecks. So to everyone, we weren't trying to be offensive, just funny. We wanted to add some comedy to this. Obviously, we don't really talk in those terrible imitations of Southern accents. Just, you know, trying to be funny. So please don't be offended.
If you're from the South, move.
I'm sorry about him.
You want to hear some viewer comments?
Sure.
Okay. CNK2, Chris K. He called me yesterday, by the way.
No.
He's excited about we should put that thing he sent for a roller disco. That little board, the soundboard.
Oh.
Oh, and he wanted to teach us how to clean records.
Oh yeah?
He said you pour glue on them, and when the glue dries, you peel the glue off, and they're clean.
Well, first off, glue isn't going to dissolve the dirt because glue is not water soluble. You don't clean Coke with alcohol or glue. You clean it with water. You've got to identify what kind of dirt you're cleaning, Mike. You don't approach it with stuff that, you know.
He said, "Hey Ray, I told Mike a real secret to cleaning, maybe an experiment and a video for a real dirty poopy one." Dr. Ray was really digging in that pirate's butt for something, and I don't think it was a buffalo nickel.
The pirate slot
No, pirate's butt.
doesn't have a butt.
Butt pirate.
Our curriculum consists of being on boats for long periods of time with men, just men, for many days at a time, up on the deck with lots of men or down in the galley with lots of men.
Is this some kind of pirate school?
Well, a certain kind of pirate. Yes, we've been called that.
I don't know. Is there some kind of preschool program?
Bringing the country stars to roll in 24/7. 1490 Carolina Country.
Sure. They couldn't say WST. Have Ray explain the vertical plane, please. Tone arm should be falling off or something. Must have heavy spring and rollers with needle in the middle. All I can think of.
Not a jukebox guy, huh? Well, first off, vertical play, you have to have, he's right, you have to have spring pull the tone arm down on the record.
Why are all these games on?
You were showing the sale.
Alright, this one makes noise. I'm sorry, you were talking about a jukebox tone arm.
Yeah, normally it's gravity that keeps the tone arm on the record and nothing else.
Wow.
It's just the weight of the tone arm. There is no spring. But in a vertical play jukebox, you have to deal with rotational force and gravity both. So you have to have
This is why I carry the camera, folks, because he'll look at me and he should be looking at you. Hello,
have to have
everybody.
a spring pulling the tone arm down.
Have we said hello to everybody? I don't think we did.
We did on the first part of this.
That was last week. Did we apologize for never finishing last week?
Yeah,
We just kind of just quit in the middle of it.
Well, we were going to Hawaii on vacation.
Yeah.
You were going to.
I took a few
California,
days off.
You were going to Los Angeles. I was going.
Yeah, I took a few days off. We're not.
We were going to miss our plane.
Yeah. You
We
know,
were going to collect
I
millions.
think you worked 3 14-hour days in a row there, and I wasn't going to, tell you to cancel your service call so that you could come in and do this.
Yeah, it was long. I worked almost 40 hours in 3 days.
But at any rate, Ray, would you say hi to the people? They're over here.
Hello, people. Over there.
Did you explain how I didn't understand what you said. So it is it spring loaded? Is there like a really light spring in there that
Yeah, that
pulls
pulls
it
the
up
tone
against
arm
record?
onto the record. Yeah.
Okay, and it's probably adjustable, but it's real light.
Right. So vertical play machines, you could actually say are harder on the record, maybe, but
Well, depends on how strong the spring is.
yeah. It's just a different concept. It's easier to load and unload records from the standpoint of the mechanism in the jukebox. Whereas if you have a horizontal play machine, regardless of brand, the record has to be taken out of the tray, which is usually this way,
And turned.
or this way, and then rotated and turned and flipped. So you have to have an axle assembly to do that.
In the Mac, yeah.
Yeah, these you don't. These, the record comes up and the tone arm comes from one side or another. Now Seberg does the same thing. If you have an A side, the tone arm will stay on this side of the record. A B side, the tone arm is just pulled straight back and then it plays the other side.
Now, not this. Not this. This it's which side it picks the record up from.
Right. That's a different concept.
Yeah.
Wurlitzer had a different idea. But in either case,
I don't know. You like to rag on the Wurlitzers. I think they're better built than the other things.
they're really complicated as far as the amount of parts in there to make that work.
Okay.
Seberg is your simplest jukebox as far as parts per mech. In other words, the parts it takes to make a Seberg play 100 records, it's a lot less.
Okay.
Seberg uses one motor to do everything. These guys use three motors.
When did you develop your hate for Wurlitzer Jukebox?
When I tried to fix a few in the field, and I talked to Aspenlighter, and he was telling me that
You didn't like them either?
no, he said they're very complicated to fix. That's when I had my distaste for them, because they're complicated.
Okay.
But you're right, they're built well, and it works fine. They generally work fine as long as they're not abused or they're maintained right. So I don't know, Mike. It's a matter of taste. I don't think there is.
I can't get over the speed control unit in those Sebergs. That doesn't work.
Yeah. No.
Whereas this is direct drive. That's how
Yeah.
it's direct drive. That makes sense to me.
Yeah, that is a nice thing to have a feature like that actually be less complicated. I don't think the speed was dealt with too much because a 45 to play 33s. I don't think that was actually an option that most bars didn't buy.
Well, yeah,
they didn't want the extended.
The 33 was a gimmick that just didn't. I don't think it ever took.
No, they didn't want that playing that long. They wanted a off and on and more money in.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, okay. What else is on there?
I don't know, man. Megan's said hello. Stock Jockey said hello. Was the pirate in the casino in Vegas? I don't know, maybe.
You know, there's no way to tell where it was.
I did find out that slot, Roll-A-Top, Watling's between 35 and 38 is the best that I could figure out without spending hours of investigation. It's somewhere between 35 and 38.
So almost $4,000 for just a slot.
No, year.
Oh,
A year.
okay.
Oh, the value I have no clue. I don't know.
Okay, the year, okay. It's a higher end slot machine. When compared to like
Vortex Arcade, a butt pirate
Mills
joke.
or Jennings.
A butt pirate joke seems too obvious. Ray, you don't know anything about butt pirates.
No, I don't know what you're
No,
talking
you
about.
don't need to know.
It's a wooden statue for Christ's sake. And we're consigning
Okay,
it.
well, just imagine in your head what it might mean.
Yeah, okay, I'm
So,
imagining
you'll be
that.
all right.
That's fine. Mystic Swami, Mike.
I'm excited about that.
I can tell.
The records, we sold a couple of records.
Did you really? Neat.
PBR bought most of them. And then there was that other guy.
If you like vinyl, there were some nice listings you had there.
Quiet Riot, you never heard of them, have you?
Yeah, I have. They had some song, Feel a Noise or something.
Yes, they did.
I think that was the only one I ever remember of doing.
Okay.
Are they known for anything else?
Not really.
Really? It's an 80s thing, isn't it?
Probably. 1983.
Yeah, okay.
It's not very good.
Did the singer go on to go somewhere else?
I believe the singer was replaced at some point, yes. And there was a big fight in the band.
Here's the other part of the sign, Mike.
Mel never heard of the Coasters. Funny songs were kind of their thing.
Oh.
I had K-Tel when I was a kid.
K-Tel, I remember that.
Mike and Ray probably remember K-Tel, but Mel won't. I think a fourth of the songs on there were by the Coasters. I remember K-Tel records a little bit. They were like used up hits.
Yeah.
Same as like the ones that are in the CD box. Now that is whatever.
Now that's what I call music.
That was Mark Moe-Gray.
Okay.
Oh, a review of Frankenhooker by Patrick Daniels.
Did he see it? Oh, man.
Here it comes. Ready?
Dude.
Frankenhooker. I saw that about 20 years ago one day. I was homesick from high school. I remember it even today because it was that good. Everyone must see it. The clip nails how good it really is. I put in a couple of clips from it.
Did you?
Yeah, you're not missing.
I didn't watch it. I just saw it on the Encore listing. And I thought it was stupid sounding.
The word of the day is Toddwurk, spelled Toddwurk. Toddwurk.
Is that a movie? What is it?
No, it's just a word. It's an expression. Here, I'll use it in a sentence. Just bear with me.
I'm cleaning out this fortune teller.
You bet. PBR, we have to do a EEPROM for his auxiliary soundboard or whatever that is.
Okay. I'll have to see if I have the file.
Did we ever address Stock Jockey talking about the 87 Keystone Nationals? He sent us a link to that. We were watching it.
Yeah, I did.
We got a kick out of that.
Yeah, I did.
So thanks for sending that link, because you were telling me before you even saw it something about a car going by on fire.
Yeah, Bernstein. It blew up during... I don't know, I guess it was qualifying, I think.
You should watch Hobo with Shotgun. It's really good.
Oh, you're reaching on that.
Nice reference to I Spit on Your Grave. When I was about 12 years old, my friends found a copy of the original on VHS. We watched it 1,000 times for the nudity. Don't judge, we were 12.
Well, that's funny.
Oh, here it is. From Ross Tech VCDS. I don't know what that means. Pinball guys and car guys have the same issues. Factory documentation kind of forgets to mention details here and there. Professional car guys also get to deal with Toddwurk as well, spelled Toddwurk.
Oh, okay, well that's outstanding.
Like, my vet, wherever it is, has some Toddwurk in it.
Oh. Okay, alright.
Toddwurk.
That's neat. Who keyed that word?
Ross XVCDS.
Oh.
Not sure who he is. Keep up the good work. Failing that, keep working. So keep it going. PBR. Sounds like Mike was not happy today. Bobby Joe Jack. Got it.
He's not happy either?
No, he's fine. He says, I wish I had more hands so I could give more thumbs up. On Tech 49, disparaging remarks. Zoom. Wow, this upload had it all. Keep posting, tricky, mind-numbing, and a cut. That was a table scrap of a tech tip, but I still appreciate it.
Table scrap.
I think you were talking about that lunar lander part.
Yeah.
Every single time I watch one of his videos, I think more and more Ray is the pinball Einstein of this planet. And he's got really the best knowledge available. I've learned quite a few things, and this channel is amazing. Oh no, that guy must be drinking Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid?
Yeah, he's drinking a Kool-Aid. Stock Jockey, Likey, Jan and Dean. Whoever Jan and Dean are. Oh, William Jan Barry and Dean Ormsby Orms from the early 60s.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've not ever heard of that.
Brian Roth. Mike, curious, is this your business where this is filmed, or are you and Ray in business together? I just started watching you guys and was curious. I'm not trying to be nosy here. I'm just trying to understand your partnership in these videos. Thanks. Keep the videos coming. We can ask that question if you want to do different from that.
Sure. What's the answer?
I don't know. Right. The answer is whatever you say it is. If you're new to the videos, man, I got bad news for you. You got to go back to the beginning of start with Ray's Tech Tips #1. You got to watch all those.
You get that.
Right? Now, and then you got to go to this Ray Files, which is we're past 50. I think this is 51, right?
No.
And you got to watch all those from the beginning, and then maybe you'll have some sort of clue what the hell's going on around here. Nice question, man.
Huh?
Nice question. I guess the formal answer is, you give the formal answer, Ray. How about it?
Well, I tried to.
How about it? Tell the people what this is about.
Well, I tried to give you a share of it and you turned it down. But I'm hopeful it's still possible.
Oh, you still want to talk me into owning half of this?
Yeah. I forget what your words were, but something like, no, absolutely not interested in that.
Hey, I'm a free agent, man. No, listen, we've had a pretty good contract going this long, Ray. I got to tell you, not too many partnerships last this long
That's 6, 7.
because people generally can't get along and they're too selfish.
Yeah, that's true. It happens. Hell, even family.
So check it out. I just work here, man. That being said, I do work 7 days a week. Generally 12 to 14-hour days. As an investment into the growth and continuation of this business. Whatever it is, it's hard to quantify what it is because it keeps, follow the money.
Well, we got divisions here. We've got the road, we've got the shop, we've got sales.
We have the eBay store.
Yeah, there's things. There's different divisions of it. It's not just a warehouse location with people that can come in and play or rent the thing or whatever other concepts these guys are doing. It's everything, because what they do is generally one thing. They don't generally get out and do much repair, if any at all.
Well, yes, that's the backbone of our business, is you standing in somebody's house on a service call.
Yeah, now there are some people that are starting to do it now, and well, actually I've been doing it for a few years. I know Jim, JT Amusements, he's one person. He doesn't have a store or a retail location. He just does in the house, and he has his road truck. He's stepping up, sort of. Getting.
Well, I don't know. My contract kind of says dissolve your collection of related overhead.
Yes.
Overhead dissolving. And of course, there's still incoming, but it's limited. Today that thing came in, which makes me laugh.
Yeah.
That's funny to me. I don't know which part of it's the funniest, but it is funny to me. I was supposed to find out how many of them there are, since the sign says only one. Did we answer the guy's question?
About the record?
No, about the partnership here.
Oh yeah, I believe so.
Well, I went to do a shop job on my own machine, and I'd like to say that I did a pretty nice job.
You did.
Didn't I?
Yes.
For first time?
Mm-hmm.
Even for not a first time. I think sometimes first timers do the best work, because they really are being careful about every stinking thing.
Yeah, more thorough.
Yeah, I mean, I did a nice job on that thing. But it was the very last fucking bulb that I was changing or whatever, putting back together or whatever, and the tool touched a switch, so I shorted a lamp to a switch and I blew up what?
The ULN 2803.
At position
U20, I think.
U20? Well, at any rate, I didn't know squat about that. I scratched my head. Why doesn't my pinball machine work?
I think it was U20. I think that's where that chip is. It's a switch matrix chip.
So, I searched around who's services machines in the area, and come to find out that you live, what, a mile and a half away, 2 miles away?
Right.
So I called you
You did.
about 6 times before you finally showed up.
Yeah, it was.
Things haven't changed there much. So then come to find out that you had your store down in Chad's Ford
Right.
that was abandoned. Well, it wasn't abandoned, but it was, what's the word I'm looking for there? It was just
It was a warehouse.
You were using it for storage,
Yeah.
but you were paying retail. You were paying retail price on the location and using it for storage because the 2 other partners dropped and left you holding the bag.
Right.
Are you done cleaning up?
Yes, I
Wow,
got
we
it.
made money off of that deal. This thing's now worth about $10.
There is $10. That's lunch.
That's sweet. So I was in a position where I didn't like the job I had. Imagine that. Although, in hindsight, I might have should have stayed.
Yeah. You wouldn't have been happy.
And then now here's this. Did we answer this guy's question yet?
And people got on your nerves.
Yeah, they were horrible. Users.
Yeah, the question is, it's all this glorious stuff is half yours.
Thank you. It really is. My investment in this business right now is, if I had to throw a dart at it, Ray, I'd probably say $125,000.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. It may be more. I'm not worried about it. I don't need it. I got other issues in my life besides money. But you could treat me to lunch. That'd be all right.
Lunch.
James Hunt, you criticize painting with a brush. I don't know why. How do you paint your cabinets? Coach Building has, where that fuck that is, has always used brushwork for many years. I don't see it as an issue using a brush as long as you're not leaving any brush marks. Maybe you could do a show on that. DMDs, do you use the new color LCDs for replacements now?
Yes.
Two different questions.
Correct.
Color DMDs, no. You don't stock it, do you? Do you stock color DMDs?
No, I'm not using them for replacements, but
I think that thing's pointing at your balls.
I think
This is the worst footage ever, right? Can you see that from there? Check it out.
yeah.
All right.
Cut that out.
Well, you know, listen.
Pause now.
There. Okay. I've got it in control now.
Here's the rest of your sign.
All right. I will try to reproduce something better than the $25,000, whatever the fuck that goofy shit is.
I want to take a trip back here.
Are you taking a break?
I will be right back.
We'll play some music in this spot. That was a fun break. We were talking about paintwork. What happened was I re-released the Tech Tips 15. I guess we were making fun of bad paintwork and stuff like that.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, our policy has changed. We don't do paintwork.
Oh yeah, sure.
It's hard enough to make the machine clean and function properly.
Right.
A properly refurbished machine, paintwork is irrelevant. It really is. We have.
Depends on what you start with as far as condition goes.
Well, I could give a shit about any of that anymore. I really could. What we have left from Felix is enough to take us to the end. We have enough stuff that's been properly restored to finish. And after that, I don't care.
And some of the new stuff we get, we're selective on getting it and doing something with it.
Mario Andretti didn't warrant high-end paintwork. I don't care. I spent some time on it making it look a little bit better.
It does look better.
I'm not going to showcase it as being restored. I'm not going to call it restored. It's not.
Right.
I tried to make it presentable so the paint wasn't falling off and it doesn't look like shit. It's fixed right though. That game works good. Has one little issue with the ball safe stays up. I don't know what that is, but we'll fix it.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Do I have to say anything else about painting? There's a lot of people. I do have something else to say about painting because I'm looking at it. That and that and that.
Mm-hmm.
And is there any more in here?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, that and that and that. And that is, if you don't know how to fucking do it right, don't do it at all. With these old originals, this restoration work has devalued these pieces. Not that they didn't need it, they probably did, but doing it wrong makes it look worse,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
You got an opinion on that?
Well, yeah, the same.
So if you don't know what the fuck you're doing,
And brushing, paintbrush work is not what you do for a finish on these. These original machines were done in a hurry to generate a machine to make money for a route operator. So what they did was they rushed them down an assembly line, and there were spray guns. They
Yeah.
sprayed them
and it happened as
very
fast as you can
briefly, and
imagine.
it went down as All right, well, that's what they look like, and that's what people want that now. They don't want this.
Yeah.
They don't want paintbrush, they want what it was. And they were not paintbrushed,
Which
they
isn't-
were
yeah.
sprayed.
And that's not as easy to duplicate as you may think.
Right, no, it's not. Nowadays, it's not. That technique to do it.
Right. Well, you need the correct paints, you need the correct stencils.
Yeah, and most paints that Gottlieb used, I don't know about much of these other guys, was lacquer.
Okay.
It was acrylic lacquer, which dried quick. They weren't going to use enamel because there was the guy at the end of the line ready to assemble things on this thing. The paint had to be dry. So most of the time it would go down, get sprayed, go through a bake thing, and then it would cure, and then they were putting stuff on it because acrylic lacquer dries quick.
Okay. I've got the shits of restoration work. There's the end of it, roller disco.
Roller disco.
And what else? There's a 49 Star Series pitching bag.
Yes,
That's going to be, that will qualify as restored because it's
Correct.
going to be.
yes.
What else is back there in the pile?
You want me to name it all?
Well, restoration wise, that's coming.
Well, Joker Poker,
Okay.
choppers, 2 of them.
Yeah, well, I don't know what's going to happen with those, but okay.
Um,
And the gangbusters, there's probably going to
Genco
be
Gun
an
Club,
extra-
there's a, yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't know if that's going to qualify as restored. That was just kinda touched up.
Gangbusters,
That Genco Gun Club's not restored, it's kind of just on the edge.
true, because of the glass.
Well, yeah, and also, when that went to Felix, it was a contract job, and he was informed to be cheap,
True,
remember?
yeah. He still did nice work on it.
Yeah, but it's not roller disco down to bare wood redone
Right.
properly.
What else?
A Defender,
Fender, Wild Kingdom,
yeah. well,
Coney
that's-
Island.
But those are customer jobs. Those are
Yeah,
not-
I'm just
yeah,
trying to remember what all I got there. Of course, our getaway here, T2,
yeah, well, I don't know what to call that. That's not really a restoration, that's just a salvage job.
custom piece.
That's a salvage job, I don't even know where to take that. So there, that's the end of, we were criticizing paint work, and I'll continue to criticize it when I see it and it ain't right, but other than that, we're not doing it. Don't need to. It's not in our wheelhouse. Our wheelhouse is standing in your house fixing your machine.
Yeah.
Our second wheelhouse is presenting machines that are properly cleaned and work properly, and they're clean.
Yeah.
And there isn't broken loose shit on them, and there's no hacks in them, and there's no Toddwurk.
Mm.
This is the Toddwurk free zone. Did you see what I did to the drop targets on the alien poker? Let's break for that. Take faces at the camera or something.
Yeah.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Let me see 2 minutes worth of what you're doing. Very neat.
Take a look at that, would you? Explain what's happening there. You know, we shorted them last week, so maybe we'll run over this week.
Neat, look at all that.
Yeah, what is it all?
Yeah, they are drop targets for Williams. They're the guides for the drop targets.
Yes. Did you see the work that was... See, now this isn't really Toddwurk because somebody actually spent some effort on this. This was required effort, what happened here.
Okay.
And in all fairness, it was working, Ray. I couldn't let it leave this
Imagine
way. I took it all apart because I couldn't let him...
Yeah, right. Somebody.
You know, they're supposed to look like...
Yeah, and there is self-tapping sheet metal screws that go into these holes.
Yes.
Not this thing, but that's kind of neat, huh?
That was probably difficult to pull off. It really
Yeah,
was.
I bet they had to hack a stud and
Yeah.
screw it in there. Yeah.
And to give him credit, it did hold together, but I don't deliver machines that way, right?
With this type thing.
Toddwurk free
Yeah.
zone. So put up a picture. I had it all the way apart. I asked a question on Facebook. It looked like this, Ray.
Yeah, which one is best? Why? Okay.
Yeah. It looked like these things came in 3 different colors. That was, you know, I don't know, they changed them over the years. I don't know what the difference is other than the colors. There's the part number.
I know white was really early, black was really late, and I think this was in between, like for flash, firepower, maybe.
Okay, well, what happens?
Black Knight.
What happens is they break, they
Yeah.
split apart,
Yeah, they do from the screws. Yeah.
and then the switch is just floating there, and then
Don't
it doesn't.
contact the board anymore.
And then it
That
doesn't
was a
work.
really strange design to have that U-shaped thing drag on them.
Yeah.
Because I've seen them copper contact boards that the points drag on. I've seen them drag the board right off,
Yes.
wore all the copper off,
Okay.
and that's thick copper.
Check this out. We'll be right back because I got to switch cameras.
Gots to.
So anyway, I put it all back together with all of the right parts and hardware. Everything's tight, nothing's broken.
Right.
It's happy.
Okay.
Um,
We're awaiting delivery instructions.
yeah, that's it. What I was kind of unhappy about, Ray, was that I posted this question on our Facebook, and I think one person responded.
Well, maybe nobody knows.
I think, well, you know, but along those same lines, we're getting very, very, very little participation on the Facebook page, and I don't know why. Maybe people don't use Facebook anymore. I don't know. I'm thinking about dissolving that entirely, but we have, wow, shaky camera. There's a, yeah. A couple of our good friends are there and not on YouTube, I think. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe I'll ask them directly because I may pull the plug on that. It just isn't generating any. Like, you know, yesterday's post. Okay, your video, the Ray files got 3 likes, which it could have gotten elsewhere. Michael Magnuson commented, and he was the only one. One comment. And the other, putting the record up, it reached 33 people and nobody commented, liked, or said squat. Lucas and Mark Modre liked the record before that. Yeah, there's my post about the drop targets where I wrote all this nice stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It got 0 likes and 1 comment. No, 2 comments. 2 comments.
So
So it's a waste of my time. I mean, drop that.
nobody's in the technical aspect then.
No, I don't know. Well, you know, I'm using Facebook as a place to just put up something daily so that I can interact with people.
Okay.
Because you can't really interact with people daily on YouTube. I mean, that doesn't really. I guess you could. I don't know. Under consideration.
All right.
Sam Parker, I have no idea if my displays are working as I think I have other issues first. Gottlieb Spider-Man, System 80. Some of them are white in the corners, not dark. Does this mean issues?
I've seen that already. I don't think it means anything. That's just a manufacturing technique that they use. I don't think it matters.
Okay, also, do you need to use
The grid matters though. by the
different
way.
power inputs on the new low voltage displays? I assume you would. Probably. I guess that the aftermarket. Have you installed any aftermarket displays?
Gottlieb's? No.
Probably never, because those ones don't fail.
Yeah.
They do make them though, I think. Yeah, I
think
guess.
they do.
I don't know.
I've never seen them, to tell you the truth.
Do you guys feel the same way about cabinets now that Felix is gone? No. Making stencils is a pain in the ass. Yes.
Well, it's not just that Felix went, okay?
We were going to get rid of them anyway.
Well, no,
No.
we were going to de-emphasize that type of work because we added up the profit and time spent to do that kind of work over and over, and we have done enough to answer to this. How many do you think you and I did over the years that were done and done? that Felix painted?
A lot.
40, 50, 60?
Yeah.
I mean, I had 30 up there at a time over the
Yes,
years.
I know. What's the count up at Felix? 35.
Yep. So we have done enough to know
We don't want to do it. We just don't want to do it
well,
anymore.
that the time and money spent for the net gain at the end is not a lot. And I have better things that I want to do with my time other than that. I mean, it's nice to make somebody happy when they get a game that's been taken to that extent, but you can only do so much.
Yeah, it's never worth it.
No, I just want to do something else with my time. I don't... I wanted to try it, see what it was, you know, because it wasn't what I did in the beginning 10 years of doing this. It was road work and service of my truck, knowing what people need and stocking parts. I have more parts than some of these people have in their whole shop in my truck
Yes.
because I responded to...
Well, that was the basis of the business.
Yeah, people don't want you to come back multiple times. They don't want you to take their machine and bring it back. It's too awkward. They don't want to be disturbed like that. They want something. They want somebody professional to come, fix it, and leave, and that's it. You know, so that's really what I was doing for a lot of years, not restorations or that kind of thing. It's neat, but that's why we decided to change gears.
It's also even caused such things as this YouTube program. Because this YouTube program is actually, even though it's non-profit, is more profitable than doing restoration work. I think it's a better use of my time.
So that answered the guy's question.
Yes,
What's
I think so. I don't know. What's next?
Well, the Felix paint
Yeah,
comment.
that's the end of that. Pick something.
Is this like cards? Can I pick?
Pick whatever you want.
I like Pink Floyd. Let me look.
Okay.
I like Pink Floyd.
All right. Well, you're not even interested in looking. See, it's got to be in extraordinary condition, or I'm not interested.
Oh.
So I don't
Let
know.
me look through the titles.
Okay. What do you got in there?
Well, I got George Strait,
Ugh.
Kenny Rogers.
Ugh.
What the hell is this? Uptown Festival?
You
What
wouldn't, you wouldn't like that.
the hell is it? Backstreet Noise? What the hell? Nick Gilder.
Oh, he had that song. What was it? Dreamweaver?
Hot Child in the City.
Oh, never mind. Well, I was way off, wasn't I?
Yeah. Summer Dream, the McGuire Sisters. I don't know what that is.
Never heard of them.
Four Aces. What the hell's that?
Well, I don't know. You want to know why it's in there, though? All right,
Yes.
flip it over.
Charlie was a boxer.
Well, now it's written on there.
What, money?
No.
Oh, 1956?
Okay, now look at it. Don't break it.
Yeah, it's nice.
Isn't it, though?
Yeah.
That's why it's in that pile. But you don't have to like it. Move on.
The Four Lads. It's nice looking. Ray Charles singers. Sandy Nelson.
You don't know what any of this shit is, do you?
No, I don't. I have no clue.
Okay.
I like that.
All right.
Terry Knight.
That's a promo record, I believe. If judging by the white label.
Yeah.
I think that one there has the radio station written on it.
WSTP.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From historic Salisbury, home of Catawba College, you're listening to the all-new 1490 Carolina Country, WSTP.
Tar Heel football is heard here on
DJ copy not for sale. Nick and Joe Call. The Fashions.
Never heard of them.
Edgar Winter Group. Heard of that. Frankenstein.
Now that's a hard one to find a good condition. I may have even been a little bit lax on the condition on that because I expected it to be shot.
Yeah,
How is it?
it's pretty nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, did you like that one the best? I'd expect that one to be shot too.
I recognize the group.
Okay.
Money and Any Color You Like. That's off one of their albums called Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah, I think I've heard of that. How's the condition of it?
I think that came out in 73.
Did you look at it?
It's very good.
You sure?
Yes, it's very good.
I can't tell. Pull it out of there. You didn't even take it out.
I did.
How would you know?
I took it out and looked at both sides.
Did you really?
Yes.
I didn't see it. I haven't cleaned it yet. I'm gonna pour glue on it. It's pretty nice.
73 is when they came out with the Dark Side of the Moon album. That was his major radio play album. I think everything on it was played in the radio.
Okay, well those are coming soon to the record store. The record store, Ray. We're running a record store. That's what it's come to. What movie did you watch last night?
Let me think about it. Oh, I'm now watching the series called Supernatural.
What's that about?
Supernatural.
Do I need to
It's going into its 11th season.
so I should drop the Ray files and change it to something else?
Yes, I'm on season 1.
Is that the one with those two guys?
Yeah, the two brothers, and Dean and John, somebody.
And they go around and it's the same as the X-Files, it's just different?
Yeah, they go around trying to find things wrong with people. I just watched a pilot. I'm on episode 2, but I didn't even get to that. I watched a pilot, but it's 11th season. It's still a current series. 11 seasons, a long time, must be. How long has The Walking Dead been on? 8?
It's going into number 6, I believe.
Okay.
But it looks like they're having a spin-off.
Yeah, because they're running out of the things to do with that.
Well, I imagine they'll continue to follow that character strain, but then they're trying to start a new one, is my guess.
Yeah.
Which
Well,
is
the
fine.
longevity of a series tells you how good it is, you know. The longer it runs, the more there's interest in it. I think that...
Does that apply to what we're doing?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. The network people will cut it off because there's nobody participating.
Oh wait.
Oh, wait.
Who's in charge of that?
The puppy.
Oh,
I
God.
don't.
Did you see what happened to me on eBay yesterday?
Yes.
I found somebody more miserable in life than me.
Yeah. Well, the response that you gave to the guy on the email was much more intelligent sounding than what his...
Okay, people, here's how you run an eBay store with 100% positive feedback. First off, you don't take any shit from anybody, and don't be afraid to call eBay. And when you call eBay, don't be afraid to climb the ladder until you get a person that was going to listen to you, as long as you've got a valid complaint.
Yeah, that's the first step.
First, have done everything right. And then if you've done everything right, eBay will back you up. If you may have to talk to more than one person to have it happen. How can I guess I'll just go to messages here. There are conflicting opinions on when a buyer or seller should give positive feedback on a sale.
True, always has been.
Always has been.
Yeah.
How do we do it?
How do we give feedback on a buyer?
To a buyer, yes.
Yeah, after we confirm that they're satisfied with the item they got.
Yes. So when
So a follow-up is sent.
yes, after the part is sent. Normally I do this I do it about every 2 weeks. I go back, and anything that has not received positive feedback, well, first with the sale is an outgoing message.
That's the first thing.
Yeah, the first thing is the outgoing message that goes with the sale. Let me see if I can find that. Thank you, such and such. Please let us know when your order arrives and that it meets your expectations. We appreciate your ongoing support. Mike and Ray, GRC. Okay.
Standard sent verbiage.
Okay.
And
So-
that will prompt them to respond and give us feedback, and then we return feedback.
Right. So now every other week I send out messages
To the ones that didn't give feedback, because there may be a problem, and that's maybe why they didn't respond with feedback. Because generally, you'll get feedback when somebody gets their item and is happy with it.
Right.
So the correct thing to do with the ones that had not responded by giving us positive feedback as a buyer first is to send a follow-up note.
And it says, "Greetings, just checking to make sure your item arrived meeting your expectations. We are eager to leave you positive feedback. Please let us know if there's anything more we can do for you. Thank you, Team GRC."
Right. And this is the correct follow-up, because if somebody got an item and just, number one, didn't have time to do feedback.
Forgot about it,
fine.
whatever, yeah, sure. Right.
Or they did have a problem with shipping and they're trying to resolve it with the carrier.
Or they're just mad and don't want to do anything about it.
Correct.
Which
so,
can happen.
So now this gives the opportunity to have that corrected by doing that. By asking this afterwards.
Yes, is there a problem? If not, let's leave good feedback for each other. If there is,
as a
let's resolve
seller, it is not logical and does not make any common sense to, as a seller, when you get paid for an item, it does not make any sense to automatically, upon receiving payment, to generate a feedback comment, because it's unwarranted.
Right.
What would you possibly say other than, "I got paid, thanks"?
Yes.
What would you say to it? The person that you had dealing with recently here has no common sense.
Okay, well,
has
here-
no viable standing to make the comment he made to you about, "That is not my protocol."
Well, here, well, let's hear it. Let's let our people be the
Read
judge of this. His response to what we just
Standard,
said,
yes, standard follow-up,
was,
yeah.
"You should have left a positive feedback when I sent you the payment." This was, by the way, on the malfunctioning camera lens that I dropped,
Right.
which was listed as such. So it wasn't a pinball customer, but that doesn't really make any
No, it
difference.
doesn't matter.
It doesn't make any difference.
No, we're talking about commerce, and we're talking about how to deal sensibly with a buyer and seller, and that person there has no concept of this.
Okay, here's what I sent, and I explained our policy. Right. "Sorry, we don't follow that protocol. If there is a problem with an order, this gives us an opportunity to follow up and take necessary action. Some folks will see that feedback has been left by the seller and either disregard or leave bad feedback over issues beyond control, say if the post office runs over it with a truck. Withholding feedback allows for this follow-up. If everything is okay with your order, we are pleased to confirm that you are a non-problem customer. Just because a buyer pays, this does not ensure a good transaction. Different sellers handle this in different ways. We found that our method has protected us to keep our 100% 5-star rating. Thank you nonetheless for your order and reply." Mike.
Well,
GRC.
not only protects us, it offers an additional service to help a buyer that receives something, and now it has a graceful opportunity to have it resolved. It's all common sense. It is more customer service is what we're providing.
Okay, well here's
Not
his response to that, and I was being as polite and clean and clear
His
as I could be.
response was snippet.
His response to that was, "The protocol that I follow, I only leave positive feedback to sellers who left me positive feedback and sent the item in time and as described, and leave negative feedback to sellers who ask me to leave feedback first." Now, at this point, I smelled trouble from this guy. Let's see what I did here. Two things happened simultaneously at this point. I reported this to eBay, report a problem with the buyer, and referenced the conversation that was taking place. A continuation of our protocol: block buyer, report to eBay. Okay, this was actually after, because FYI, note they endorsed our protocol with instant retraction of your unjustified feedback. Have a terrific weekend. He posted negative feedback saying that we demanded positive feedback from him, which I never did do.
No.
I spent a little bit of time on eBay, with eBay on the phone, and to their credit, they were fast in resolving this. They had it resolved in 5 minutes, which was record time.
Think of the semantics about this. you're all about customer service, and this is a public site offering customer service. Okay, why would that guy's statement be valid? I only offer positive feedback if I get. What does that have to do with service? That has nothing to do with customer service. What he is calling protocol. That is and who cares who leaves feedback first? The idea of the end result is customer feedback. What you're doing with your follow-up, if you don't get it, what you're doing is leaving it open for
anything they want to do.
Resolution.
Anything they want to do at that point,
well,
really.
Yeah, and who cares? I mean, it's not like you would withhold this if there was. That's a nonsensical statement.
Okay, well,
Totally.
Here's more nonsensical. After I had his feedback removed by eBay, he
Right.
sends I'm still expecting a positive feedback from you.
Uh-huh.
And then he turns around and he buys a record that's expiring on auction after I have him blocked. He turns around and he buys a record from us from a different account but the same name. So I was on eBay again, and the last laugh's on him because they've blocked him from leaving any defect report on that transaction. They told me to ship it. I shipped it. It's his.
Well, the way I feel about this particular individual is if he sees how we accommodate people, then why should there be a problem with him buying anything from anybody or us? He should understand and learn. The key here is he should learn about what this
Feedback left for others. Do you see the reds in there, Ray?
yeah.
Do you see that? 4?
Yeah.
You see this?
Yes. He should learn about this, not fight it. This is not good customer service, what he's practicing here.
The buyer is not always right, by the way. I've chased away a whole lot of buyers since I've joined you here, and that's because they're problems.
They have to be taught, Mike. They don't know any better. This guy does not know any better. He has to learn. You go through life learning. I mean, I don't care how old you are or what. You learn better ways to do it. If you have a hard time dealing with that, you're juvenile.
Well, yeah. Well, you know, I
You're a
originally, as a seller, was giving the instant
Yeah,
feedback.
yeah.
That was my original policy.
But there was problems
And it bit me because I got I was getting negatives over things that were just were nonsensical and things that could have been solved in a 3-second conversation.
right.
You know, there are misunderstandings. There's the volumes and there's misunderstandings.
Volume, right. The key here is what I just said, learning. You learned. So what is so mystic about this thing here? I don't see anything further needed.
Anyway, he bought a record, and it's his.
Well, that's a good product, what he got. So I'm hoping the gentleman learns. That's all. I'm not bitter about the thing. I know you're not either.
No, I'm
that
not.
guy had to be taught. His practice on there will be much more successful if he does that.
Yes.
Okay?
I don't know if that was pretty boring.
Well, no, it was a tech tip.
It was a tech tip
It
on
was
how to
a
run an eBay
business
store.
tech tip.
I tell you, running an eBay store is not for everybody.
No, it's not.
Really isn't.
You have to be a people person.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that, but yeah, I guess you do.
So my advice to Zolt is to learn.
Yes.
Okay, learn.
He's got a PhD in theoretical condensed matter physics at Michigan State University.
Well, if he learns this, he'll be happier because
No,
this
he's
is-
just miserable.
this is a better way to
Anybody who half of the feedback that they leave for buyers is negative. You saw that. There's half of those
He's
were
not a
red.
business person. I
No,
don't care
he's
what
just
his
an angry
credentials
person.
are, Mike. I don't.
He's
frankly-
angrier than I am. I didn't think it was
I
possible.
don't frankly care what you read on there. I don't. That doesn't care. That's writing on a screen. That the thing that matters is the dealings between people, not that kind of thing. And that's wrong. What he's practicing is wrong.
Did you explain the shirt 1978 Street Machine Nationals? What is that?
Carcraft is a magazine.
Oh,
And every year they have an event at the Indianapolis State Fairgrounds.
oh.
I don't know if it still goes on, but I was out there about 4 years in a row. This was the first year I went out, 78. It's a collection of like 10 to 20,000 cars from all over the country because it's
What'd
in
you do?
the middle of the country.
What'd you do? Tow the Fury?
No, I didn't take it out. No, we just
Oh, you
drove
just
it-
went to.
We drove out and we stayed at a hotel. There was 5 of us, and we went to the thing every day, the car craft show every day, the Street Machine Nationals. It's just a giant car show.
Okay. Lame.
If you're a car
That's an
guy,
old shirt though, man. That's pretty cool. It's got a Camaro on it.
Yeah. If you're a car guy, you'll like it. It was neat. You've seen everything from collectible restored cars to other types of street cars. There was one guy driving an alcohol funny car on the street. Had an Ohio license plate. It's called the Moody Blues. It was an alcohol funny car with a radiator and a license plate. And he was driving it like a normal car.
Okay.
It was a mild motor. It wasn't a real funny car motor, but it was an alcohol fuel injected motor of some kind. But there was radical cars of all kinds. There was about 10,000 Vegas with everything from big blocks to all kinds of. Yeah, I have pictures of it. I have a picture album with about, I don't know. Yeah, every year Ed Rotz was the guy that got me going out there.
Ed?
Rotz.
Don't know him.
He's a motorhead buddy of mine.
Buddy of yours?
He would take pictures of at least 100 pictures.
All right.
Anyway,
All right, we're almost done.
that's the shirt of
I
the
think I was supposed to Google that, wasn't I?
Yes.
Let's see what Google has to say. What is it? Mystic?
Mystic Swami.
(1954) International Mutoscope.
Okay, mutoscope.
Is that what it is?
That makes sense, yeah.
What, does it say something different on the tag there?
I never found any, well, regardless of the handwritten tag, I don't know. It says on here, like Munvey Corporation. Well, that was a vendor, that was not a manufacturer. He was a amusement distributor. He sold machines to the industry, the coin-op route operators in the day in New York City.
Well, the International Arcade Museum doesn't know of any of them. Cabinet picture needed. Well, okay. Here's somebody on YouTube. Is it this one?
Buddy.
Well, there's more than one known because
International
that's not the same
Mystic
one.
Swami.
Is it?
Just a really,
Yeah.
really rare fortune teller.
Yeah, it's the same
First
thing.
fortune teller.
Everybody has opinions, Mike.
Male. They were always female before the Swami. Now, sometime in the last 60 or so years.
Only a handful known to
Staying.
exist, he says.
It
And this one wants 10
shows
cents.
really well. The internal workings, the body, the head.
Okay, that's not very interesting. Are our videos that boring?
Maybe. Very gray area in the fortune teller thing because,
Well, the
There
top
were
of this
so
looks
many
entirely
made.
different.
yeah, it is. So they might have had different cabinet styles. Who knows?
All right, well, it'll look cool come Halloween, and then it can go wherever it's going to go after that. I'm not impressed. Right?
You don't like fortune
No.
tellers anyway.
Well, I expected it to be something that wasn't shitty.
Yeah. I wouldn't call it that. I would-
No. Okay. Well, listen. Okay, I take that back. It's not shitty. I expected it to be like the slot machine over there.
Yeah.
Something nice.
Yeah.
It's not nice. It's got it's got a marquee that was somebody wrote on foam board or whatever.
Foam
That
board.
is not nice.
No.
That is shitty.
That is correct.
Call it what it is. You want me to present like J Robinson? What's up, JR? He watches this sometimes. Wants to bring a Black Knight in here. He wants a significant amount of money for it. I'm fine. Don't bring it here if you don't want me to criticize what it is. I'll call it what it is.
Well,
I'll call it what it is. I mean, I'll call that theater over there what it is. That theater, it's really super nice. but not flawless. I'm gonna call it like I see it, because that's what I do. That's our reputation, right?
Well, it's generally factual. It's not just an opinion. There's nothing else to say. It's either nice or not.
I kind of do this for a living, and I know the difference between nice and not nice, because I've seen some nice stuff, and what we do is nice work. So if it's not,
correct.
if it's Toddwurk, I will point it out.
Spelled W-E-R-K. Right?
No, W-U-R-K.
Oh, U-R-K.
As coined by, I forget his name already.
Oh.
He's not a regular, but he must be, because he recognized
Oh,
what we
that's neat.
were going for. He coined the phrase.
Oh, it's his then.
Yes.
Okay.
He has soul. We can't put it on the back of the shirt. No Toddwurk here. Although that would make a nice title for this particular episode.
Yeah, no Toddwurk. Okay.
I'm done. I'm done, Ray.
All right.
You got anything else you want to add this week?
Do not believe.
Do you have anything you want to add for next week?
I'm going to wear another shirt.
Okay.
And I don't know what we're going to do next week. I have nothing to...
Good. Let's make
it's
no
a mystery.
promises, because whenever we do that, we don't end up quite pulling it off.
Yeah, it's a mystery.
So, all right, folks. Well, thanks as always. We appreciate your comments and likes and shares and emails and phone calls. Chris K called me yesterday. I thought there was something wrong, but he really just wanted to tell me to put that sound thing he sent us in this,
Okay.
and to put glue on records.
Okay. I never heard of that. That's neat.
Wave goodbye. Thank you, everybody.
Here's correspondent Richard Quest.
This week we had minutes from the Fed that frankly meant all things to all people. Some believe its rates are going up in September, some saw it as
Where's this guy
December.
from?
So take that noxious mix, put it into the pot of the summer, high volatility,
Take that
low
noxious
volumes,
mix.
and this is what you get.
Right now, the Dow is down 267 points. I'm Jim Ascendio.
Here's the afternoon update for the Salisbury Rowan area. Looks like lower humidity this afternoon with mostly
Sounds like
sunny
college
skies.
radio.
Little chance for any rain. The high temperature 85 for tonight after a nice evening.
College
Mostly
country
clear, the
radio.
overnight low about 64. Plenty of sunshine in the weekend forecast. 86 Saturday, 87 Sunday. Should be closer to 90 on Monday with partly sunny skies. Might be a late day thunder shower on Monday. I think dry weather's in the forecast Tuesday, Wednesday, upper 80s. I'm WBTV meteorologist Al Kaufman for 1490 Carolina Country.
That's all the pieces of the alien poker video, Ray.
Really?
Yeah, you got any parting thoughts?
About what, that?
Yeah,
It's a nice machine. It was the second one you had.
it was only here a long time.
It was supposed to be a player's machine and really you stay here for most purposes, but
And the guy pointed at it and he says, "I want that." Was I going to say no?
yeah, it was your machine. Play.
Now what am I going to play?
World Fair. Oh, wait a minute. Let me think harder on that.
Okay.
Demolition Man.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
that.
This ends your cameo in the. I already got 3 hours of footage to
I
deal
look
with
like
here.
a drowned rat because I actually got all wet today.
It's a wet day.
My socks got wet. They're still wet. I stink. I got wet head to toe. I got caught in that downpour in Carlisle.
Nice.
I walked through water this deep.
Hope you put it on the bill.
Paid $682.
Okay, whatever. That's it. That's it, Ray.
Talked to Jim for a bit. Had a good visit with him.
Okay, how's he doing?
Good.
He watches our videos.
Yeah, he's doing with his arm best he can.
Okay.
Another 4 to 6 weeks, you know. He ain't doing anything. And I couldn't, without the income from, are you kidding? You got to roll every day, man. It's like, there's no disability, you're self-employed.
All right. How that fits into the alien poker video,
Oh,
I don't know.
It's a nice machine. I liked it. It was as good as the first one. And you did improvements on it that...
Well, I kept after it because I couldn't
But it
stand
was
for it not
intended
being
to
right.
be a player machine for in here.
Yeah.
Just for sort of entertainment.
Okay, well, it ended
played
up-
it quite a bit off and on.
Oh, yes,
It's
we
kinda
did.
Neat.
It ended up being a
Somebody's...
entry level for somebody who wanted it. So thank you, Al, for taking that off our hands.
Yeah.
On to the next one.
He'll enjoy it. I'll deliver it tomorrow. It's Friday. It's Friday, Mike.
Okay. That makes no difference to me.
Well, it's 50 of the week.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you for Friday update. Is this Friday update?
No, this is for the alien poker video.
Oh, Friday alien poker video update.
It's not for
Friday. Be
Friday.
delivering it tomorrow.
Oh my god.
Oh, are you putting this on the end of the?
I was just going to splice it into the alien poker video.
Did you and Mel
somewhere.
play?
We did play it.
Did you beat her?
No, actually I didn't. We played best out of 3. I let her win.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
This week's
Lull people to sleep.
This week's record pick of the week is.
Well, at least it's the end of the month.
Some people like music that I don't like, though.
That's true. You might enjoy it.
I mean, some of the stuff you listen to, I don't like.
Personally, I like last week's Pink Floyd a lot better.
Watch this. I do not like the Grateful Dead. I'm sorry.
Death Stare.
I also don't
Yeah,
like
it's
like
fine.
fruit and stuff, so it's that's like.
You don't like a lot of stuff.
I know. I don't even like pinball.
You're a picky person. You're kind of an asshole. People would agree. I'm sure you guys would agree.
Yes, they're lining up to agree with you.
All the thumbs up.
This video is doing really well.
At least we're making something interesting, because this song definitely is not.
See you next week, people.
She's pretty good though. Anyway, right? Because she played that before when you had the first one. Okay. Well, I'll have to watch the video. Is it a?
It's not.
It's there. I see it.
It's in pieces, man.
I like the little squigglies there. That's cool. Whatever that means.
Whatever that means. Well, here, check this out.
Yeah,
Ready?
all right. Let me see.
All right,
I wanna see it.
I'll show you some pieces of this.
Okay.
See if you remember this.
Neat. Look at that. You're good with that thing. Look at that. Oh my. Look at that. I recognize where it is and what time of year it was because it was cold there.
I got under the bus because he was a polite host. But I see this ad on Mr. Pinball yesterday.
I have my
for
jacket
alien
buttoned
poker. You don't evaluate it yet. Relax. Wow, duct tape.
Okay, you saw that whole thing?
Alien poker. Yeah, at any rate, that's what's gonna be in there. Are you on this thing?
Yeah.
Alien poker feature.
Okay.
This is your cameo. You're taking my 2 hours and you're making it 3.
Well, push the off button, dude.
So throw in a don't buy one of those again.
Don't buy one of those. You'll buy another one anyway.
No, I don't.
Now I know what you're going to do. You're waiting for York, and you're going to get what the hell is it? Oh, police force. You're going to go for
Another
Yes,
no, I'm not
yep.
getting another police force. Are you kidding me?
All right. Well, then what else is in your wheelhouse? What other favorites could there be? Some other.
I can't think of anything.
All right. Well, in that case, we'll see you in York.
We will see you in York. I'm cutting this, Ray. Go home, man. Dry off.
Thank you so much. This is Real Country. What can I do for you today?
I'd like to hear I Believe in You. Y'all played it yesterday, and I need to know who the artist is. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Have a good day. God bless you. Bye.
And thank you so much for the call. This is a classic from Don Williams on Real Country.
WSTP.